You lift, you show up, you put in the work every session, every week, month after month, and your body looks the same. Same size, same shape, same everything. Like your muscles decided to go on a permanent vacation and forgot to tell you you're not lazy. You're not weak. You're just making mistakes that are silently canceling out every single rep you've ever done. Today, we find them. And we fix them. Let's talk about the most frustrating experience in fitness: training hard, training consistently, and having absolutely nothing to show for it. You see other guys in the gym who seem to grow just by looking at a barbell. Meanwhile, you've been going 4 times a week for a year and you're still wearing the same size shirt. It feels unfair. And honestly, it kind of is, because nobody sat you down and explained the rules of the game. Muscle growth has specific requirements. And if even one of those requirements is missing, growth stops completely. It doesn't slow down. It stops. Today I'm going to walk you through the exact reasons your body has been refusing to grow and exactly what to fix starting from your very next workout. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with the one that most people don't want to. Here, you're not eating enough. I know. You think you eat plenty. You feel full. You had a big dinner last night. But here's the truth. Muscle growth requires a calorie surplus. More energy coming in than your body burns. And most people who can't grow are eating at maintenance or below without realizing it. Your body is not going to build expensive new muscle tissue when it's barely covering its basic energy needs. Building muscle costs calories, significant calories. And if those calories aren't available, your body simply doesn't build. Think of it like trying to build a house with no materials. The construction crew shows up. That's your training. But there's no brick, no cement, no wood. Nothing gets built. The food is the material. Without enough of it, the crew goes home empty-handed every single time. Here's the fix. Start tracking your food for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. Most people discover they're eating 400 to 600 calories less per day than they thought. Add 300 to 500 calories above your maintenance. Make sure you're hitting 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight every day. Feed the machine. The machine will grow. This one kills more gains than almost anything else. And it's happening to most people in the gym right now. Progressive overload means your muscles are being asked to do more over time. More weight, more reps, more sets, more tension. Something has to increase, or your muscles have zero reason to adapt. Here's the brutal reality. Your muscles adapt to a stimulus in roughly 2 to 4 weeks. After that, if the stimulus doesn't change, they stop responding. They've already handled that challenge. They're done growing from it. This is why the guy doing the same 15-kilo dumbbell curls for the same 10 reps every single week for 2 years looks exactly the same as he did 2 years ago. His muscles adapted in the first month. And then they stopped. Because the challenge never increased. Your muscle doesn't know what date it is. It doesn't know you've been coming to the gym faithfully for a year. It only knows, is this harder than last time? If yes, grow. If no, stay the same. The fix is simple but requires discipline. Keep a training log. Every single session, write down your weights and reps. Every week, try to beat what you did last week by at least a small margin. Half a kilo more, 1 extra rep. 1 more set, forward movement. Always that is the engine of growth. Here's a hard truth that most gym goers are completely avoiding. Your sets are too easy. You're doing 10 reps, stopping, and walking away feeling fine. And that's exactly the problem. The reps that actually trigger muscle growth are the last 2 to 3 reps before muscular failure. The ones where your face looks like you're doing your taxes while someone plays loud music. Those ugly hard reps at the end of the set. That's where the growth signal lives. When you stop your sets 10 reps short of failure, you're leaving the most valuable part of the set untouched. You're doing the warm-up and skipping the actual work. Studies consistently show that training closer to failure produces significantly greater muscle growth compared to stopping early, regardless of the weight used. The fix every year. Working set should end with you having 1 to 2 reps left at maximum. Not 5, not 8. 1 or 2. You should finish a set thinking, I could have done 1 more. Maybe. If you're finishing sets thinking, I could have done 10 more, you are wasting your time and your gym membership. Push to the edge. That's where muscle lives. This one catches people off guard every time. You can eat perfectly. You can train perfectly and still not grow. If you're sleeping 5 or 6 hours a night, because here is the reality that most people fundamentally misunderstand, you do not build muscle in the gym. You break it down in the gym. You build it while you sleep. Training creates microscopic damage to your muscle fibers. Sleep is when your body floods those fibers with growth hormone, repairs the damage, and builds them back bigger and stronger than before. No sleep, no repair, no growth. The math is brutal and non-negotiable. Growth hormone release peaks during the first few hours of deep sleep. If you're sleeping 6 hours, you're cutting that window short. If you're sleeping 5 hours, you're barely touching it. And here's the kicker. Sleep deprivation also raises cortisol, the stress hormone that breaks down muscle tissue. So not only are you not building, you're actively losing. The minimum is 7 hours. The optimal is 8 to 9, non-negotiable if muscle growth is your goal. Sleep is not recovery time. Sleep is the growth. Treat it like training, because it is. Last reason, and this one is sneaky because it feels like the opposite of the problem. You keep switching programs. You run a program for 3 weeks. You see a new one online that promises faster results. You switch. 2 weeks later, another switch. And another. Here's what's actually happening. The first 2 to 3 weeks of any new program are just your nervous system learning the movements. Your body is adapting neurologically, not muscularly. The actual hypertrophy, the real muscle growth, starts happening around week 4 and beyond. When you switch programs every 2 to 3 weeks, you never get past the learning phase. You're constantly restarting, always in the beginner phase, never in the growth phase. And there's a psychological trap here too. New programs feel harder because they're unfamiliar. So you mistake the soreness and the difficulty for progress. But it's not progress. It's just novelty. The fix: pick one solid program and run it for a minimum of 12 weeks. Not 3, not 6, 12. Track your progress throughout. Trust the process even when it feels boring at week 7. Especially at week 7. Boredom at week 7 means your body is adapting and growing. That's exactly where you need to be. Stay the course. Bottom line, you're not growing because one or more of these 5 things is broken. You're not eating enough to fuel growth. You have no progressive overload pushing your muscles to adapt. Your sets are too comfortable to trigger a growth signal. Your sleep is too short to allow recovery and repair. And you keep jumping between programs before any of them can actually work. Fix one of these, and you'll see results. Fix all 5, and your body will have no choice but to grow. You're not a hard gainer. You're not unlucky. You're not cursed with bad genetics. You just haven't been giving your body the complete set of requirements it needs to grow. Now you know exactly what those requirements are. Starting from your next session, train harder. Starting from tonight, sleep longer. Starting from your next meal, eat more. Starting from this week, track your lifts and make them go up. Do that consistently for 12 weeks. And come back to, tell me what happened if this finally explained why you've been stuck. Smash that like button right now. Subscribe because we drop real training truth every single week. And drop a comment. Which one of these 5 reasons has been holding you back? I'll see you in the next one. Now go grow.